notice that we begin standing. My sister, she is also certified in this program, and she was watching one of my videos, and she said, "You did not start standing." And I'm like, "Well, sometimes we don't." And she was a little cross with me. The reason that standing is helpful is walk around a little bit and notice the top. Does that go forward before the bottom of your body? What are you leading with? It is, you can't see the top of me, but are you chin forward? So I'm going to exaggerate a little bit here. Or are you feet forward? So that, habits is what creates our reality to a great extent. Ideally, the feet leads us, not out. Or you also see people whose forehead or the top of the head are leading them forward, like they're going to knock stuff out of the way. So when it comes to neck and shoulders, it is to a great degree our front and back equation. So the front body, our flexors, when they become tight, then we will lead forward with chin, because the eyes always wants to look at the horizon, or become habituated to look down, which is worse yet. And you will see that two people are so afraid of falling that they watch their feet, creating tension on the front. And that also, it increases likelihood of actually falling. So walk with your feet. Now, the green light reflex is what they're calling it. If there's excessive tension on the back, somebody's been told, stand up straight, and they got so rigid in standing up that they lead with the pelvis forward. Not ideal either. Can we just make it sort of an easy pedestrian event? As you bend forward and notice what's easier, what's harder. And can you make this rocking back and forth smaller and smaller until you come to stand where the weight of your body rests down through the joints and not hanging out in ligaments and tendons. So have somebody see you from your side. Ideally, the ear is above the shoulder, above your hip, above the ankle. Most of us, we lean forward, we stand heavy in our feet. Wearing heels makes that happen automatically. So walking or standing barefoot is our posture. So let's release the upper traps before we come onto our back, which is a yoga snack you can do, or somatic snack you can do anytime you start to feel a little tense. Scrunch the shoulders up towards the ears, as high as you can get them. And I invite you to close your eyes if it feels safe. I will count the shoulders down on 20. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting them sit low. For most of us, the upper trapezius are semi-engaged all the time, and that puts everything in the neck in a vice. Now let's come on to cover the entire mat with a blanket today. So come onto your back body. And if you want me to see you, see your mat in your camera. And start with your legs straight. unless that's very uncomfortable. So your comfort always overrules my instructions. As you come to rest on your back and you're having a look, it's like how 9/10 of all communication is nonverbal. Now, as we're getting it sorted out, on your back body, as you reclined, what does your body feel like? Your body is touching the floor. Heels, buttocks slash, shoulders, and the back of the head. Is that your neutral posture? Or do you feel like you're touching more at the top of the head? And maybe you're more towards your tailbone than centered on the sacrum. This all matters, again, in terms of posture, because now we have an idea of where there may be some tension. The low back, does that pull away from the floor? So gauging between 20 and 80%-ish, how much of your body is touching. The more tension we have in our bodies, the less will touch the floor. As you reclined also, did you place yourself with your palms facing down or facing up? If you placed yourself with the palms facing down, there might be some tightness and tension around the shoulders that creates that inner rotation. And we begin to learn about our habitual habits. Then we can take the measures to sort them out. Now let's bend up the knees. And begin to settle into the diaphragmatic breathing. I invite you to breathe in and out through your nose if the spring allergies have not gotten you yet. That is important for the nitric oxide in our body. Nitric oxide balance helps create an ease in our soft tissue. So when we are mouth breathers, we have unnecessary tension around the neck and the lungs and the heart, which in turn makes breathing harder. So we will try to gulp for air when all we need to do is change it to nose. Yogis say nose is for breathing, mouth is for eating. I like that. So as you feel abdomen swelling under the in-breath, and then floating back down towards the spine on the out-breath, know that is contracting and release. That great big piston that facilitates that drag downward on the in-breath, that the lungs are expanded fully. The heart goes for a little walk and then swoops back up again on the out-breath. So the heart rate variability, the healthy heart, slow down, but if we don't breathe with the diaphragm, it sits there like a lame duck and loses that viscosity or that ability to change the rhythm of the heartbeat to accommodate whatever it is we're doing, if we need a little extra spurt. With the hands below the belly button, can you bring the breath down all the way to the pubic bone and a sensation of it moving even into the pelvis? And we'll do a little movement here to help unstick the diaphragm too. So think of your breath as a balloon that moves down into your belly. Now, you're not going to exhale, you're going to hold the breath in, but as you pull the belly button to the spine, this balloon is going to move up towards the chest and then pull it back down into the belly, moving up and down. So this is Kapalabhati breathing almost per yoga without the exhale. Breath in, do take a breath in. Take a buffer breath. And then let's repeat. Inhaling, the belly swells up. And as you, this balloon of air up and down, and do it rapidly. I mean, it's with sharpness as you pull in. So if there is some fascia stickingness for the diaphragm and the ribs, we help to get it released and moving. When you need to breathe in, please do breathe in. So always move at the intensity that is right for you. Not too much, not too little. And let's do this just one more time. So again, belly expands. And then pumping the belly, pumping the belly. So this is also a core strengthener. As you move the bubble up into the chest, we get all the abdominal muscles to support this, and then you release them again. And then breathing normally as we begin to incorporate now the arch and flatten movement. So now we begin to move the spine. On the inhalation, let your body arch. And as you exhale, we're going to move right into the flattening. Draw the abdomen in and up. Draw the pelvic floor up. And then inhale, releasing that as you arch again. Going back and forth in an easy way. Does your head follow the movement of your pelvis? So you're not moving your neck muscles consciously. Result of the pelvis moving. So when you arch, the chin draws towards the chest. And as you flatten the chin away, everything connects from sacrum to skull. So if the head is not moving, what is stopping this movement? Where is the connection lost? Then after the next arch and curl, not arch and curl, arch and flatten, sorry, my bad. We will straighten the legs out. Pause, sensing. What is your body communicating with you? Maybe there's a little more floor surface. Maybe there isn't. With as little effort as possible, rolling onto your belly. So you'll notice if you do the classes twice a week that I change the order of things. That's okay. changes the experience, and that's one of my intentions, so that you notice too, well, the other order worked better for me than this one. As you come onto your belly, and we talked a little bit about this Monday night, if your neck gets really creaky from being turned over on the side, take a blanket or pillow, place it under the chest, and that is just to support the slight kyphosis. So when you lay on your side, you turn your head, that your neck has a little bit more space to turn. So I've just placed a blanket right under my shoulders and upper chest. And then it's easier to turn the head and look at my right elbow that's bent up. My left arm is down alongside my body. So from here, let's begin by the posterior deltoid. Lift your right elbow up and lower it back down. Lifting again. Feel the back of the shoulder engaging. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lowering it down. As slowly as you can. Now lifting it about half the way of what you did previously, but take the same amount of time to lower it down. So fine-tuning the ability of the posterior deltoid. And we're going to lift again, only about a quarter now. So lifting just a quarter of the elbow. And now take the same amount of time to lower that down. Controlling which muscle fibers that we activate. So we don't have to pull in the entire battalion each time we need to make a movement. We can make small movements and big movements, but all with the same level of control and ease. Now, head, lift the head, look over your right shoulder. And then lower the head back down. Now, are you using the arm to press up, or can you lift the head without arm? I think that's the word. Looking over the shoulder of the neck. They get really tight. And coming back down again slowly. So if it is uncomfortable for you to have your comfort overrules my instruction, choose a position that is comfortable. Let's do that one more time. Lift the head, look over the shoulder. And lower back down. And now lifting arm and head. Inhale. Let the arm and head come up. What's happening in your hips to facilitate this? And then lowering down. Take a buffer breath. And again, lift the head, lift the arm. Slowly release. Notice, is there jerkiness in the movements, both in the execution and in the release? Smooth these out. One more time. Lifting head and arm, looking over your right shoulder. And releasing down. Give the neck and the upper body a rest while we tend to the left leg. Inhale, lifting the left leg. lowering it down to the whole back seam. So this is that green light reflex. Lifting the leg. Again, is this jerky? Is it easy? Lowering down. So your hips are down, you feel your pelvis stays on the floor. Notice if you're rocking onto one side to lift the leg. Keep the pelvis neutral as you lift. Moveness, not jerky. And lowering down. And then we'll put the whole bit together. Lifting head, arm, right arm, left leg. Right arm, left leg. Lowering down. And remember, sometimes we initiate a movement, but for whatever reason, we don't load it up. The muscles feel that, and then we release that contraction. Repeating on your in-breath, head, arm diagonally to the left, and lowering down. Now take your left arm up where the right is, and then take the right arm down. Boom. And we have moved to the other side. Turning your head to look at your left elbow if that is available. In the email I sent out with that lady with the forward head, I was showing the sternocleidomastoid and the scalenes, how short they get since they attach to the first and the second rib. So if it's hard for us to turn the head, getting the length back on these is important. So we'll work on that as well. But let's start with the elbow. Lift the elbow. Lowering down. So the first one we took to the full height. And if you're thinking, oh crap, I didn't do it now. But then we halved and then we halved. So that you make the movement smaller, but you take the same amount of time to release. And the last one, we not very high. And then we lowering again, slowly, slowly, slowly. Or the jerkiness in the movements of lifting. And in releasing the motor nerves and the sensory nerves, there is a kink in the wire somewhere. So paying attention and smooth it out, smooth it out. That's why we do the repetitions. Not so much to get better, but to hone our sensory information so that it begins to just flow. From the head, lifting the head, look over your left shoulder. What muscles are engaging you to do that? Lifting, Raylan, you're looking at me. So looking, yeah, right arm is down, you're looking at up over your left shoulder. Your left arm is out to the side. And you lower down. Lifting again, looking over the shoulder. If you take your hips up a little bit with it, what happens to the head lift? Is it facilitated a little bit better? Lower the head. What happens if you press the hips down and lift the head? Is that easy? I think we should now put these two together. Arm and head. Keep your hand on your cheek. You'll your left hand under the right cheek. Right arm down along. And lowering down. Raylene, I can only see the top part of you, so I couldn't see your arms. And it can be really beneficial to take that buffer breath in between. Let all the tone leave the muscle. So you re-engage for the lowest possible state of muscle contraction. Lifting, lowering. And then after about the third, fourth-ish, we're going to let the upper body take a little break as we tend to the right leg. So lifting the right leg, the upper body, you place it however it is comfortable for you. Lift the right leg and lowering it down. Again, keeping the pelvis down. Notice if you're rolling onto your left hip to lift your right leg. That's a compensatory movement pattern. Can you isolate it? Do it 3 times, lifting the leg, and then lower it down slowly. What muscles are doing this job? And does it feel the same on this side as it does on the other? Is this the easy side? We use our bodies differently from side to side, and understanding how we may favor one side and kind of ignore the other is one of the important things that we do, so we can bring balance left to right, right to left. I think we're ready to put the whole bit together. Arch, lift, leg, right leg, left arm and head. Lowering down. Keeping your right passive as you lift. Is that possible? Lifting on the in-breath. Smooth, no jerky. And then releasing evenly. Take a breath. And we repeat one more time. And then as you release down, take a breath in and out. No sense of urgency, just in a lazy way, find your way onto your back again. Pause and sense. If you straighten the legs out, what is your body communicating? What does it want you to know? We'll bend up the knees. And we'll take behind the head. With the fingers interlaced under the head. And if you're using a pillow under your head, you may not need it here. And then arch. So you'll inhale, arch, spread your wings. Exhale, flatten the back, pull the elbows in, squeeze them together, and then curling up just ahead of the top of the shoulder. Inhale, releasing the head down. And then give the shoulders a little relift. And I'll count the elbows down to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are you down? Take a buffer breath. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, flat, draw the elbows and feel the muscles across the chest engaging, and then roll the head and the top of the shoulders up. So it's not a big lift, but we are getting the whole front seam engaged. Now let that lengthen back out, but keep the shoulders engaged. Elbows are still moving in towards one another. Head comes down. Relift the top of the shoulders. The head stays down, so it just gets a little bit more engagement. I'm spreading the shoulder blades, and then we spread again. Lowering down. 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, sorry, skip 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulls. We're going to add a little feathering out on this last one here. So again, in arch, spread your wings. Exhale, flatten first, and let that be the impetus that draws the elbows in and curls you up. Pull the belly down and up. And now you're gonna lower down about a third of the way. So we curled up, and then you come down a third. We're gonna reignite, come up another inch or two, and then we're gonna release down. Away, so lengthening out more. Re-engage, come up another couple of inches again, and then come down almost all of the way. Almost all of the way. Lift up, couple of inches, and now the head has come down. So the front seam has been lengthened back up. Elbows are still in, and we're going to do the same thing to the elbows. Elbows down a third of the way. And then re-engage the muscles. And then lower the elbows away. Engage. Come down almost all the way. Re-engage. And lower all the way down. Now take your left knee in, hold it with your right hand. Right hand holds the left knee. Draw the elbow, we're going to start with the arch. So inhale, let's arch. So this is a one-sided arch and curl. And exhale, draw the elbows in as you flatten, curl And inhale, lower all the way down. So one-sided arch and curl. Left hand, right hand, left knee. You got it. So the same side, right hand, left knee. You inhale, you arch. Exhale, flattening, curling up. Elbow towards knee. And inhale, lowering down. Take a buffer breath. And let's repeat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten, curling up. And lowering down. Do it one more time. Arching, flattening, and curling. Elbow towards knee. So we're isolating the right side. And release the right foot down. And then take your left knee in. So now we'll go. Inhale, let's arch again. Exhale, flattening, curling up. Now right elbow, left knee towards one another. And inhale, releasing down. Take a buffer breath. And inhale, arch again. Exhale, flatten, diagonal. Releasing back as slowly as you can. One more time. Arch. And diagonal. So remember, sometimes we engage the muscles, but we don't actually do the movement. It still facilitates the sensory motor nerve connection. Now, as you come down, let's release the left leg down, release the hand, and just straighten the legs out. And then breathe right side, left side. What changed? Let's bend up the knees. And this time, we will hold the left knee with the right hand. Take the left hand behind the head. I think the side you just did. Switch to the other side. So I'm crossing over. My right hand, left knee. Yes. Or left hand, right knee. So you're going to do same side when you curl up, but not the same side that you just did, obviously. So let's exhale, flatten, curling, elbow to the same side knee. And inhale, lowering down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten, curling up, elbow to knee, same side, elbow and knee. You got it right. And roll into your right hand under your head. Yes. Let's do it one more time. Curling elbow to knee. Slowly release down. And then release the foot down. Releasing the foot down. And then we're going to take the other knee in. So now we move to the diagonal move. Same side knee. And I'm really messing everybody up today. So we were going up. I was holding across my body. Now I'm going to just switch it. Right hand is holding. So now my left elbow is going to travel across the body to the right knee for the diagonal. Inhaling, releasing down. So this cross action gets the second job of the obliques. They are both flexors, but they are also support our rotation. When nature calls, nature calls. Moving at a pace that's comfortable and easy for you. Three times. And then coming it down. Releasing the leg down. Pause, straighten the legs out. Did we get everything sorted out? Now bending the knees up again will work specifically on the neck muscles, but of course they are of our back muscles as well. Take your arms out to the sides, palms facing up. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together and relax this. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and relax. So with the knees bent up, that just puts a little bit of ease on the back. Now just draw your right shoulder blade towards the spine, just the right. Relax that. Pull the left to the spine. Relax that. Do they fire evenly? You may find that one, it just gets sucked right onto the spine. The other one, not so much. When the rhomboids are overstretched, can you see what I'm doing, Ann? I'm just pulling the arms in and out. From here, let's begin to make our shoulder movements. Roll the shoulders down towards the floor. So now we're drawing the shoulder blades down the back. And then roll the arms in the opposite direction. So the arms are rolling like great big cake pins. Up and down. So they're not moving, you're not sliding them, they are rolling right on the same plane. Can you sense that your shoulder blades are moving with the arms? As you're rolling the hands up towards your head, how the shoulder blades are drawing down. And as the shoulders in the opposite direction, how the shoulder blade moves. Now, switch. One arm rolls up, one arm rolls down. And then let your head turn and look towards the palm that's rolling up. Head turns, rolling towards the palm that's going up. helping to reestablish mobility of the neck and shoulders. Interdependent, they work together. Unless they don't, and then we are in trouble. Now let's add our legs. Knees opposite of nose. So arms, hence the reason this is called the washcloth, arms are going opposite. Nose goes opposite of knees. Is this easy movement? Can you make it smooth, continuous? Like a little wind-up toy. Sensing your body moving. Little effort, no strain. When we strain, we are moving in against current, and we have to contract and force, and this turns on more tension, more strain. We want to make our mobility easy and pain-free. So retraining the body where truly less is more. Less is more. Teach your body that mobility is easy, not hard. And then as you come up to center, relaxing the legs, relax the arms. Sensing the body. So we did the traps at the beginning. We've done a little bit pores in the neck. We're going to just tend to the scalenes and those wicked sternocleidomastoids too. So first, let's do the scalenes. So on your back, again, if it's comfortable, I invite you to bend up your knees. And the scalenes go from not your skull, but from the neck. So we're going to isolate it, not the scalenes, the levator-scapularis is what I'm trying to talk about here. So on your back, draw your right shoulder blade, your right shoulder up towards the ear, and then draw your head down towards the right shoulder blade. But now look to the left. Look to the left. So it's a diagonal move. And then relax the head back to neutral, shoulder comes down. Let's do that again. I'll take you into it a little easier. We're going to hike the right shoulder up again. Turn your head slightly to the left. And then draw the back of the skull to right shoulder blades. This isolates the right levator-scapular. And release. Offer breath. Do that one more time. Draw the shoulder up. Turn the head slightly to the left and then bring it back diagonally towards the right shoulder blade, towards the right shoulder, and releasing down. pausing. And let's do the left side. Draw the left shoulder up. Turn the head slightly to the right. And then pull the back of the head diagonally down towards your left shoulder. And everything back to neutral. Let's do it again. Hike the left shoulder up. Turn the head to the right. And then diagonally bring the skull towards your left shoulder. And let it go. Buffer breath. And then one more time, left shoulder hikes up. Turn the head slightly to the right and then pull the back of the head towards the shoulder so that the neck is brought into extension and release. Back to neutral. From here, let's take the hands under the head. Now we're going to work sternocleidomastoid, that big ropey muscle on the side of the neck. So you're going to take a breath and you're going to arch. And you're going to exhale, you're going to slightly flatten the back. And then you're going to lift just straight up. So don't curl. This is not a curl. You are lifting the head as if you had a teacup on your forehead and lower back down. Take a buffer breath here. And then turn the head and look to your right. Place a teacup on your left temple. Take a breath in again, arch. Exhale, flattening the back. And then lift the head straight up, straight up. So not a curl. Just the neck muscles, just those flexors are firing. And then lower the head back down. I think that's worth repeating. Buffer breath. Exhale, flatten. And just the head. So you feel the neck muscles engaging to lift the head. And then you let them release. Turn the head back to center. Pause. And then turn the head to the other side. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Lift the head and the arms. But again, it's just a head lift. Don't curl up. To support the head as you lift, not to facilitate a forward curl. And it's a lost cause for you. Let's do it again. So buffer breath first. Looking at your left elbow. Arching, flattening, and then lift the head. Lift the head. Not curling, just a straight head lift. And lowering down. Going back to center. Arch. Exhale, flattening. And teacup on the forehead, lifting straight up. Not curling. So keep the spine long as the head, like a little elevator, lifts up and lower down. Releasing the arms. Stretch the legs. Pausing, sensing. And then sliding the arms out and up, palms facing up. And as you inhale, reach out through the right side, right heel. So the arms are resting on the floor. Arms are resting on the floor. Just lay down flat and easy. Reach out through the right hand and heel and let that slink back to neutral. Reach out through the left heel, slinking back from side to side. And then add the support. When you're reaching out through the right side, what happens if you contract the left waist? Letting that go. Reach out through the left side, contract the right way. Ribs to the hips. Moving from side to side. And then reach out through both arms, both legs. And slide the arms down alongside your body. Relax. Let go of all effort. As you breathe in and out, is there a sense of the body that's breathing itself without strain, without discomfort? The conditions for our wellness, for our ease are already here. Our job is more often to remove the obstacles that is hindering our wellness than to layer more stuff on. And so that's what we do in this work. We remove the obstacles. We facilitate flow and ease. Wiggling fingers and toes. Bend up your knees with ease. You rock them a little bit from side to side. Come onto one side and pause your movement. Notice, how does your body work together? Where are the hiccups? Where is the dam closed? Where do we need to open and release? You'll use your arms and hands to press up into a comfortable seated posture. Done it. I'm going to stop the recording and invite